I'm a rock star, I'm a rage like rail. I ain't taking L's in Madden all year.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Rage Real. So in today's video, I'm gonna be showing y'all my CFM championship gameplay. Now, if you enjoy these type of videos, please drop a like on the video right now to let me know that y'all are rocking with this. So right here we got the Jets and the Cardinals that ended up making it to the Super Bowl. Now let me quickly explain to y'all how I didn't make it to the Super Bowl. So we actually had a cheater. It was actually it was a Packers user, and the story, what happened basically, so around week 4, we had a Titans user that left, but the Titans user and the Packers user both had an account. So the Packers user had the Titans information on his account. So what I didn't know was when the Titans left, he signed on to the Packers. No, I mean the Packers signed on to the Titans user's account, and then he dropped all of his superstar players, and then he picked them up. So I wasn't made aware of this because I was a commissioner, yes, but at the same time, when I checked for like people making edits on players. I didn't think to check, hey, let me see if anybody's dropped somebody from another team, you know, because you know it's a CFM full of just, you know, pretty much random people, you know. So it's not like, you know, somebody would even do that, you know. I wouldn't think that, but basically that's pretty much what happened. So this dude had 8 superstars on his team, and everybody kind of noticed it, but it's like he didn't say nothing because we didn't think that would even be the case. The only way I even found out was after I lost. The Titans user ended up messaging me once he seen that he was about to, the Packers user was about to be in the NFC Championship. So he messaged me like, hey, you know, I should have told you this a while ago, but he dropped all my players, my good players, and picked them up. So I went and looked at the transactions, and sure enough, he dropped like 4 or 5 people, and then dropped like 4 or 5 garbage people on his team, and then picked up those superstar players. And then he lost to the Bears. I mean, he won against the Bears in the playoffs by like 10 points, and he beat me by 10 points. And I know for a fact that he wouldn't beat either of us had he not had a superstar team. And y'all might not think that matters, but when you're in connected franchise, that matters a whole lot. That's like on regs if you play with the Dolphins and you go up against like the 49ers, you know, or let's not say the Dolphins, let's say somebody like the Bills or something. Say like the Bills and they got the 49ers, you know, like it's not a good matchup, you know. So that's pretty much what it's like, and it dude pretty much just cheated, you know, and I wasn't made aware of it, and that taught me a huge lesson, you know, that I'm gonna be increasing the buy-in for my CFM. So this CFM was really just a test to see, okay, you know, are y'all rocking with it, you know, or is it something y'all don't like? Will I even have enough people that sign up for it? And I did, thankfully, but the thing is that dude cheated, you know, and that wasn't just it though, you know. That's not the only reason I'm increasing the buy-in. So my buy-in was $5 with a chance to win 100, and then second place was going to win $30. So the thing that made this really bad was that now, since me and the Bears user pretty much got cheated out of the playoffs, I had to compensate the Bears user and I had to compensate myself. So I had to cut first place's reward in half. So I was only able to give first place, the winner of this game, $50, and then I was only able to I had to give myself 25 and the Bears user 25, along with second place for $30, so that way we could be fair. And I don't want to have to do that again. And another thing, like I said, we had 32 people, right? And at the end of it, we only had 20 people that was left, like that had a team. And out of those 20, only about, I'd say about 15 were active, like actively in the chat, or probably about 10 to 15 I was actively in the chat. And that's not cool with me. Like when I envisioned building my CFM with y'all, I wanted 32 people that are committed to play, that are, you know, committed to talking in the chat. I mean, not just talking, you know, BSing, but like, you know, just reaching out, communicating, you know, active, you know. But so now I see I need to have my buy-in higher. So for my next CFM, it's going to be a $20 buy-in. So it's going to be the same reward system. So if you get MVP, if you get NFC/AFC offensive defensive player of the year, you win $20 back. And more than likely it'll be a $20 buy-in for first place to get $200, and then if you come in second, then you'll get $50. And then, you know, with still the same reward system like I just said. So that way we'll have more competitive, not competitive, but active people. Like if you're not competitive, that's okay, but if you're not active, that's the problem. Like So for now, the requirement is going to be you have to have the app that we use, so which is GroupMe, which if you have an Android or iPhone, you'll be able to get GroupMe, and it's the easiest way to communicate in my opinion. So that's the one I'm going with. So no longer, if you don't have either one of those apps, I mean, if you don't have GroupMe, then go download it, you know, look it up in the app store, it's free. So you have to have that, because it was so aggravating trying to tell people oh, go message this person, or go message this person on PSN, or go add this dude as a friend. Like, no, I want 32 people who are in the chat. And then also another thing, I won't be making it every 2 days, the advance. I'm going to be making an advance every 24 hours. Why? So that way you can encourage people to be active every day, you know, because a lot of times if I make it 2 days, then a lot of times for one, it's going to drag on the season, when we don't necessarily need to do that, you know. I want to get these games, you know, out the way. So I want to have 24-hour advance time, so that way, let's see, there's 17 games in a season, and then you have what, 4 playoff games, I believe, like that's including the Super Bowl. So hopefully we can finish it, you know, in 21 days, so that way we can get a new season, new rules, etc, etc. So for my next CFM, it's probably just gonna be for Madden 21, since Madden 21 is gonna come out, what's today, 21st? It's gonna come out in about a month, you know, roughly a month and a week from now. So that's gonna be more than enough time. So if you're interested, please just go ahead and reach out to me. And what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna collect your money. I'm gonna wait until like Madden 21 actually drops to start collecting money. So I'm gonna write your name down, I'm gonna have your name down, and then I'm gonna ask you, are you able to get the GroupMe app? If you say yes, cool. But if you say no, I'm gonna still write your name down, but I'm gonna put like a little mark beside your name, and then I'll come back and ask you, you know, again when it gets closer to that time, because we need to be able to communicate. And then I'm also gonna ask you, are you gonna be able to play your games every day? So those are the 2 questions you need to look out for. So like I said, I want serious people who are active, so that way, you know, we can have fun, because I want to have fun with y'all. You know, I want to find ways that can, you know, to where I can show y'all how much I appreciate y'all, and, you know, show y'all that, you know, I'm just like y'all, you know. All right, my bad about that. I don't know if any of y'all have these headphones. Let me see if I can show y'all. It's the Turtle Beaches. I was trying to show y'all, but it's the Turtle Beaches. Every now and again it'll say like auto shutdown or something, so I gotta press a little power button. But yeah, that's what happened right there. But yeah, like I said, let me know if you want to join my CFM. Hit me up about it. But also, I want to kind of take a look at this gameplay a little bit too, because this is mainly what I wanted to talk about, of course, because let's see what he's in actually. Looks like a slot, and it's actually 0-0 in the second quarter. That's actually pretty surprising to me. So that should tell you that the competition is pretty great in the this CFM. If it's 0-0 in the second quarter, as that was a great decision right there to run with Deshaun Watson. One thing that I do want to mention though is, you're probably like, you know, some of y'all might be new checking this out, and even if you're not new, so with my channel, I don't plan on trying to be a pro player. You know, I'm not trying to go and enter MCSs and all that. And you're probably wondering like why. You know, the reason why is because when you become a pro, that was a good little check down, but when you become a pro, you pretty much live and die in practice mode and go in a lab with people and stuff like that. And you can't really try to help out your subs. You can't really run a YouTube properly while Madden's first out, because you have to focus on, okay, how do I perfect my scheme, offense and defensively, what's the meta, how do I defend the meta, and you can't really put out any of that information because all you're doing is helping your opponents out. You know, it's called meta for a reason, because a lot of times the pros are what make the meta, because, you know, casual YouTubers, you know what they're gonna do, they're gonna look at pros, they're gonna see them running something, what they're gonna do, they're gonna try it themselves, right? So you just basically wasted all your time in the lab, you know. So after all the tournaments, yeah, you'll start seeing that, or when tournaments are going on, that's when you'll see that, like all the work they put out. But see, me, I kind of want y'all to look at me as like a coach, you know, like, because I want y'all to become the pros. I want y'all to be able to say, you know, Rage Rail really helped me out, you know, he really guided me, you know. Like I said, I don't need y'all showing me a whole bunch of, you know, support and all that. I'm not support. I mean, I don't need y'all showing me like a whole bunch of appreciation and all that. All I want is just a little shout out, you know, just saying that I helped y'all out. That's, you know, that mean the world to me, because that's all I want. Y'all, you know, I want y'all to be able to understand the game so well that you can play anybody and be able to pick them apart. Why? Because you have the knowledge, and I want to supply y'all with that knowledge, because to me, that'd mean the world to me. Like, you know, for example, for example, right here, let's say you see he's gunning a slot. So he's coming out in nickel 3-3-5. The reason I don't like this is because you have to aspire safeties to have good run defense most of the time. You can shoot the gap, but it's extremely hard. So I would have came out in about a 3-4 look. You see what I'm saying? Like, you see that wide open gap right there? Like, there's nothing he can do about that because his defensive line is going to get washed down. Like, you see he's pinching them, but you essentially only have 4 people in the box right now. So you're probably like, Red, what do you mean by 4 people in the box? So you see the 3 defensive linemen right there, and you see his linebacker. Now you see you can shoot the gap, but if you miss with your user, most of the time you're giving up a touchdown. So 3rd and goal right here. If you get to stop, I'm not even gonna lie, he might win this game. Why do I say that? Because think about it, it's 2nd quarter. 0-0. So it's 0-0 in the 2nd quarter. So that should tell you something right there, that this is a defensive game. So any score is probably going to win this game. So if I was him, I would just run the ball, take my 3. Oh no, he got stuff right there. So I would honestly take my 3. Why? It's 0-0. There's no reason to go for it. You're already you'll be up, and then you're already playing great defense because it's 0-0. So in my opinion, I feel like the best move right here is just to take 3. I'm curious to see what he's gonna do though. Oh, he's actually going for this. I don't like this call. I can understand why, because if he doesn't get it, if he doesn't get it, his opponent will be on the 2-yard line. So I mean it is a money game, so I can see why he's going for it. Just personally, me, if it's 0-0 and I feel like I'm playing great defense, then I would probably. It can go either way, because I mean, if you're playing great defense and you don't get it, then you could probably get a safety, get the ball back, or get a turnover, get the ball back, or you could just take your 3 and then wait till half, because I don't know who gets ball at the end of the half. But either way, I guess you could live with each decision. So he's gonna audible to ace close, and I wonder if he's gonna run a stretch right here. On defense, if I was him, I would widen out those outside linebackers just so they won't get blocked easily. And offensively, I would probably run the stretch. He ran dive, and I was yeah, he should have ran a stretch, because his outside linebackers, they would have been able to get hook blocked more than likely. And hook block means where they take away their outside, so they'll seal off the edge for, like, the offensive lineman would seal off the edge against those outside linebackers. So I feel like he should have ran the stretch right there. So but like I said, this is exactly what I said. If I was the Jets user right here, I would be sending a whole lot of pressure. And he's actually in so you see he's scooting up for the run, so I would pass it too, but I don't like that drag route by circle. I would put him on an out route. But yeah, like I said, I don't like that route combo. To me, he didn't need to max protect, in my opinion, because the worst thing he could have did was ran commit right there, and then he still would have had a streak. So I think that's why he kept the streak. But he wasn't giving him a heavy blitz look, so I don't know why he max pro'd right there. He actually blocked 8 people and only sent 2 people out on routes, so I don't like that call. If I was him, I'd probably run the ball right here. Why? Because if he's already playing great defense, what are the odds of you what are the odds of you gaining, let's say, about what? You'd have to gain about 60 yards to be in field goal range. What are the odds of you gaining 60 yards in 26 seconds? They're not good. Even in real life, that's not that good. So I would honestly be running the ball right here. And if you look, he's not playing he's not defending against the run well. He only blitzed 3 people, so he would have been able to run the ball. Like, and then another thing I don't like right here is that he put all his routes, he put one short route, and everything else was deep to where he couldn't even see it on his field, like on the field. So really horrible execution on the Cardinals. So if I was the Cardinals, what I would have done, I'd have had maybe a hitch on one side, a hitch on the other side with like a post, or like a hitch corner out, or a drag corner, something that you can dump down low if you need to, because he only blitzed 3 people right there. Or he could have simply ran the ball. So now he just turned going into 0-0 into half at potentially being 7-0 going into half, when all he had to do was just run the ball. So not a great job by the Cardinals user right there. Thankfully, he actually doesn't give up a touchdown. I don't want y'all to think I'm going for the Cardinals anyway, or the Jets. I'm just simply telling y'all what I see and what I feel like is good on each side as I'm watching. So right here, if I'm the Jets, it's 9 seconds left. So realistically, I would try to take a shot for the end zone, and if it's not there, throw it away. So maybe like a deep corner out to throw it and get out of bounds, maybe to have like 4 seconds to see what I want to do. So just like I thought right here, if it's not open, just throw it out of bounds. So that was a really smart play. Yeah, Jets seems like he's playing a better football. as far as, you know, mentally. It's only 0-0, but the Jets seems like he's in control. Why do I say that? Because it seems like he's dictating this game, because the Cardinals user hasn't really moved the ball any, and he's been turning the ball over. Crazy giving him field position. He's just handing the Jets field goal position. And right there, as you see, he capitalized on it. So, you know, 3-0 and a half. This is actually a pretty defensive game, but yeah, I do want to touch on something real quick while we're going through kickoff and all this. Yeah, like my goal for YouTube is just to be able to coach y'all and share my knowledge of football with y'all, because I play football myself. I played all through high school. I played my freshman year, I played running back, and then I played on defense, and then my sophomore year I played strictly defense, and my junior year I played strictly defense, and then my senior year I actually started at running back and I played safety. So my senior year I actually finished with second team all-state, and then on defense I finished, I believe it was the same thing, second team all-state on defense. So like I had despite all those accolades I had, I only had one community college that looked at me. The reason why our coaching, they didn't really promote us. And when I was in high school, I mean, I'm talking like this forever ago. I mean, it was about 4 or 5 years ago I graduated high school. But at the time, you know, it wasn't really well known. Like, we didn't know exactly how to promote our own selves, like how to get our own film out there. And so I thought like the coaches were supposed to do that. So that was my mistake. And because of that, that was a nice dot right there. Actually, that was a really nice dot. But that was my mistake for that. And basically the consequences of that was that I only had one scholarship offer, and I was taking community college, so I took it. And then from there, I could have went to a D3 school when I left community college, but I didn't want to go to a D3 school, so I just kind of said I'm just gonna start working. It was some school in, I forgot where it was. It was somewhere up north. I don't remember where it was, but they offered me, but I didn't want to go. But anyway, all I'm trying to say is that I have really good knowledge of the game, and I want to share my knowledge with y'all. But let's see what he cooks up right here on 2nd and 6. I seen him motion him over, so maybe he's putting him on a corner route. Yep, he got a corner route, in route, and then a wheel route. Oh, who was that getting a sack right there? He was screaming at him. Leonard, Darius Leonard. Doesn't he play linebacker? Does he have him rushing? No, that must be him with the ability on him. No, I don't know. I guess I don't know why he's rushing Darius Leonard. Darius Leonard, I feel like should be a great linebacker, but he has Devin Bush at linebacker, and I'm not sure who Square is. But let's see what Jets user cooks up right here. So another corner route again. So he loves those corner routes. Oh, that's a dot. That's a dot right there. Okay, I love it. But the A slot, the A slot's a pretty good offense. Y'all know this the offense that's in my playbook. Well, I have A slot offset, so he's running the Panthers playbook. I run mine out of the Patriots. But the thing about A slot and A slot offset, it's a pretty bum friendly offense. And what do I mean by bum friendly? That the route combos in the A slot offset and A slot are already good. Like that's a formation that if you don't know a clue about Madden, you can click on that and you can really dominate with it. And that's what's crazy. And another thing I want to talk about kind of randomly is that I couldn't remember where I was going with that. Y'all don't mind me, my throat hurt. I don't know, I've been kind of sick lately, so like I'm trying to control how I talk because like my nose is kind of stocked up. Right here he looks like he tried to get a cover 2 beater. So if y'all seen, he put a streak route and then he had the little angle little fade. Now what that's gonna do, that's actually gonna make the deep half not be able to get out there. And so that should tell you right there that the Jets user is not playing a deep half. Hold on, my headset's about to fall. Alright, sorry if that was louder or not, I don't know. But that should tell you right there that it's not a deep half. So what he's doing, he's putting his outside safeties in thirds. So basically what that's going to do, that's going to allow that's really going to bag the corner routes, and that's going to stop like all those crosser routes. But the thing that people don't know about that defense is that you can still give up a 1-play touchdown. So any cover 3 beater is going to give it up. So say like he's running that right now, right? So if he was to put actually run it just like this, but maybe streak circle or streak triangle, because what's going to happen is that safety's going to follow X, and if he's not deep half in that corner right there, that this play will actually work. So let's kind of see what he's doing. So he didn't roll out to try it, but it looked like he was backing up over there, and I don't think he's deep half in his corner, because his corner was playing on that his corner was playing on that corner route. So that should tell you right there that he was not deep halfing him. Now, one of the things I'm starting to notice about the Cardinals user is that he's almost running the same plays. Like, this is the second time I've seen him in this, and normally it's okay to run the same plays if you're getting yardage or if you're switching up variations, and it's looked like he's just running the same variation, because he could have probably threw a square or he had circle, but he took the check down, which is really smart because he made the user put the user in conflict. But like I said, it's going to come back to bite him, I feel like, because he's just running the same concepts out of the same play. So in my opinion, he needs to start mixing up his route combos. He's getting too comfortable with only running one or two variations. And as y'all know, split close Pats is a really good formation because you could target a lot of areas of the field. So right here, he's coming with the, let's see, streak, slant crosser concept. But the thing I don't like about that is that he put an unnecessary route out there. And I feel like you shouldn't do that. You should try to space the field as much as possible. Right there, he had two routes that were basically running into each other, and you never want to do that. Why? Because it's easy to users. Because he had a slant coming, and then he had a curl route by the running back. So the reason that that's not good is because, think about it, if the user's sitting on a curl route and he sees a slant, he can go follow the slant until he has help on the slant, and then he can come back and lurk the curl route. So essentially he just covered two people with not much effort. And as y'all, if y'all notice anything about my schemes, I pride myself in making the user wrong every time. Okay, real, how do you make the user wrong every time? Well, what you need to do is you need to space the field. So I have a curl route right here, then I'll have like a stop route right here with a corner route coming from that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have different areas of the field that I'm attacking, and that's how you need to create your concepts, any concept that you run. And that's what I pride myself in, because if you watch the video about with me and versus Black Rain, you will see that a lot of times it's just I have people in every area of the field. So if you're blitzing me, oh, I can throw it here. Or if you're not blitzing me, okay, his user over here, okay, this should be open then. That's how you need to make the read. And right there, that's a nice check down. That's what he needs to start doing if he wants to win this game. You see, he's 2 for 7 for 11 yards. Now that should tell you he's 2 for 7 for 11, right? So those two passes that he caught totaled up to 11 yards. So that means that those two passes were check downs, right? So that's what he needs to start doing. He needs to start taking more check downs. And you see he's 2 for 11, so that means that 7 of those, hold on, my math was wrong. 9 of those passes were deep passes that were incomplete. And that's pretty much, if he ends up losing this game, that's going to be why, in my opinion. Let's see if he can find a dot right here. So he got circle, he got him, but he's not going to throw that. Oh, he can't do that. It looked like he had X on the sideline too. In my opinion, I think he just panicked. He felt like he maybe the rush was coming, because the Jets user has 3 active defensive linemen. I don't remember their names. One of them's Ryan Kerrigan, D Ford, and he has somebody else. I don't remember who else he has, but in my opinion, the Cardinals beat itself. If you want me to be honest, it's not like he's playing bad defense. Like, he's containing them pretty well. Like, the way the Cardinals offense is playing, he's playing really bad. And what I feel like the reason why is that, like I said, he's not taking his checkdowns. He's trying to throw for 20-30 yard gains every time, and you're not going to win many Madden games doing that. You will against people that aren't good, but this Jets user seems like a really good player, and I believe he only lost 2 games this season. So right there, okay, good. He actually might have had a touchdown. I thought if he could have passed led that inside to that tight end, they might have gave him that animation. But let's see what he does right here. Let's see, we got 2nd and 10. I think he's probably gonna, okay, so every time he motion him over, he's gonna pass. So that's one thing that I've notated that he likes to do. So maybe he might put Williams on a corner route with a streak for the tight end. Let's see. Yep, corner route. Yep, just like I said. So how do I know that? Because I run this offense. So part of the things that y'all have to start doing is learning how to identify the most popular plays. So when I see A slot or A slot offset, the first play I think of is post. So when I think of post, I think, okay, they got the corner route, they got a corner route, and then they have another corner route with the angle route, and then, you know, a flat to the tight end. So if he motions that outside receiver over, it changes to a corner route, right? So I know for a fact I have a corner route. So that's kind of like the mindset you have to have whenever you're going against those things. So right there, because like right there, that was just a mental error on him, because he ran a corner route and then a street, and he was on a safety. So his safety's job is that 25% of the field, and he basically just gave that up pretty much. So right here, he's in my formation. So I want to see what he does out of this. Let's see who's open. Yeah, like I said, if you're gonna run if you're gonna run this formation right here, I always forget the name of it. It's my formation, I forget the name. Why off trip pats? Sometimes it takes me a second to think. But for a second right here, you see how there's nobody, no check down, you know? So it's like he's beating himself essentially, like, and I feel like he's just trying to scramble for big plays, but that's not how you're supposed to play at all. And in my opinion, the Patriots offense is designed on short passes and then to target deeper, because a lot of times they do mimic playbooks in real life, and that's pretty much what the playbook for the Patriots is. Like, there's not that many shot plays, you know, or there's not that many, like, you know how gun bunch you have that big old post that breaks, and then you have maybe a corner out that's real glitchy. Like, you don't really have any of that. And right there, in my opinion, that pretty much is going to seal the game. Let's see what the score is. I wasn't looking. Yeah, it's about to be 24-0. So Cardinals user, if you're watching this, what I feel like you did wrong, like I said, you're trying to take the shot plays too many times, and you played good defense though. But the problem is, since you know you didn't establish any kind of offense, you basically turn the ball over to him in scoring range almost every time, and you can't do that to anybody, because it's not like the Jets user was running, you know, a dominant scheme. Like, it can be good, but you were doing a good job of pretty much boxing it for the most part. He did have a couple big plays. I apologize for that train. I live like by the train track, so I don't know if y'all can hear it or not, but if you do hear it, I apologize. Hopefully it's a quick train. Yeah, my throat's kind of dry, so I'm not trying to re-record this or nothing, because I'm actually watching this game for the first time with y'all, because so basically I told him, hey, send me the gameplay whenever y'all are done, and so he sent it, and all I did was I edited the beginning, because like at first they started it, but I guess he got kicked, or I don't know what happened, but they ended up ending it, and they had to restart it, so I just cut that out. And then the ending, they showed a whole lot of unnecessary stuff in the ending, so I just cut some of the in and out. So I just went to start, cut that, went to end it, cut that, and then I'm watching it right now with y'all. So this is, you know, kind of like a live, you know, commentary, if you will. Not really so much commentary, because I've been kind of telling y'all about me and about my channel and things I want to do with y'all and everything. It's right there. You see what I'm saying? If he could have done that, you know, second quarter, you know, just force him to stop playing everything deep, because what he's doing, like I say, he's putting his cornerbacks in outside, he's putting his safeties in outside thirds, and he's probably just playing stop cover 2, or he's putting his linebacker in the middle third. So he's playing all out coverage. So he should have been trying to run the ball more, trying to make, so you see how those safeties are getting way wide, and that linebacker keeps on dropping. I don't know if y'all look, but if y'all go back and look, that linebacker never stopped dropping. And when they never stop dropping, that means he's in the middle third 100% of the time. So that means he's playing the outsides pretty much. So he's forcing him to have to throw in the middle. So what he's sacrificing though, he's sacrificing hitches, he's sacrificing baby out routes, he's sacrificing all that, which he's saying like, look, if you're not going to throw it short, I'm not going to put nobody playing short. And that was just, you know, a mistake on the Cardinals user for not recognizing that, as, you know, all they can do at this point is just chuck the ball up, because, you know, it's pretty much game over. And like I said, if he can, you know, if he can go back and play again, I'm sure he would, you know, create more concepts to attack short, because you have to, on Madden or in football in general, you have to force your opponent to play short, because nobody wants to play short, you know. Nobody wants to put somebody out there to cover a 2-yard route. But the thing is, a 2-yard route, especially in Madden, more than real life, a 2-yard route can turn into a touchdown, or a 2-yard route could turn into 50, 60, 70-yard games, because, you know, either Madden give you some dumb like give the defensive person some dumb animation or anything like that. And yeah, so he's gonna run the ball right here. Like I said, he's been pretty much containing it. Like 14 rushes, 81 yards is not that much, you know. So like, it's not like he's just been like if you were to go and look at this game at the final score, you'd be like, golly, 24-0. But if you sat here and watched the whole game, you'd be like, you know, okay, I can tell, you know, the score shouldn't be like this. You know, like they both played a really good game, as that's really gonna take it to the last play right there. So like I said, first place ended up getting $50. Second place ended up getting $30, and then I had to compensate me and the Bears user, because the NFC person, the Packers, messed the whole playoffs up. So that's why I had to compensate for that. I want to see who gets what's it called? I want to see who gets MVP actually. Who would they give it to? He played a lot of defense, so it's probably somebody on defense. I don't know, whoever, one of the D linemen, I bet, because dude was getting screamed at the whole game. But But yeah, I appreciate all y'all who made it this far. Let me know if you like these kind of videos. This is my first time trying to kind of doing this. Yeah, Ryan Carriage like I thought, but it's my first time doing this, so just let me know. I apologize I couldn't get more into detail about what they were doing play by play, but hopefully on future videos I'll be able to do that, because I want to be able to stream y'all games too. But I'm Rage Real and I'm out.